Morning, sir. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Yes. You sit here. Let me see.
And diplomat with experience in Asia and Africa, a lot of gray hair, and also international development. And you've asked a question about the new.
We just saw, due to the Ogun State administration, Ogun State governor, Nigerian jets were seized overseas in France based on a situation with a Chinese company. Now, the state this is something that happened within the state government side, and is now affecting the presidential jets being seized. What is your position on that situation, and how is impacting the visual optics for Nigeria as a whole, as a country? And do you think it's fair that the state government did something and the federal government is now having to pay the price for it?
Well, for me, the first thing to say that what we are going through now is very, very shameful and very negative in terms of the perception of our country. And something needs to be done very quickly. And I have made my humble request is that we need to urgently audit the country's debts at national, sub-national level immediately, to know the quantum of the debts that we owe, because I believe that we don't have the exact size of the debt, know who and who we're owing, and most importantly, know what those debts were used for, or how they were contracted or sourced. Because the law says that all borrowing, all debts is supposed to be used for critical area of development. So where are the benefits of those debts to the people? Because the people are not going to pay it. Where is the benefit? This is time to do the audit and know what we are going through. So that especially as we don't have not just presidential jets. Somebody was telling me about
a property in Liverpool.
London,
in Liverpool,
being
seized
and put
for
auction. Somebody is telling me about another jet belonging to Nigeria in Canada and everything. This is time to deal with it, because sooner or later they probably will start seizing Nigerians. You issue your passport, you are arrested for being a debtor. So before it gets to the place where we can no longer move around as Nigerians without being arrested, let's know exactly what it is all about. Similarly to that, we need to audit now all our upfront sales of our oil, because the law says it must be used for critical, strategic, national issues. What did we use all these resources for?
And also continue on that question again. There are other questions about people in your party that are unhappy. Case in point, Kenneth Okonkwo, who used to be, was a spokesperson of the Labour Party, that feels that you are not acting to resolve a lot of these issues, so he has left. What is your position on trying to keep people like that within the party, or what's your position on Kenneth Okonkwo's position?
I've told you, I think I've said it. I can't act rascally. I've never been known to be somebody who operates rascally. I operate within the rules, within the guidelines and everything. And that's what we want to enthrone. You know, it's easy for anybody to say anything. You know, like I said, all those who left are my brothers. They are my people, who are my associates, whom I worked, whom I'm pleased with and everything. But I would never be part of what I'm trying to change. If I wanted that, I wouldn't have finished being governor when in the history of the country nobody left money. I would have taken it like every other person. So if you say this is what you want to do, I would have signed into law, which has already been passed by the House, my own pension like every other person did. So if you want to change something, a leader must be an exemplary person by his behavior and conduct, even when it does not favor him. What is happening in Labour Party today is not what I wish. Even if I'm going to lose from it, it will not make me to act rascally. I must act and work within the law. And I can go and check all my involvement just since I started this politics, or even in business. You will never see me involved in area where people will say he acted rascally. People can speculate, people can even fake it, do anything, but never.
Here in the U.S., we talk a lot about fake news. It's not a U.S. problem. It's a worldwide phenomenon. What is your plan, or what do you think we can do to address misinformation? And what strategies would you implement to sort of make sure that people have a reliable source for true and accurate information?
Well, quite frankly, there's no way you can say it won't be fake news. It's like saying there will never be fake products. Governments globally, even here in the US, are fighting to ensure that fake products are not in the market. They're fighting to know that all those bad things are not out there. The same thing they're fighting for fake news. Fake news all over the place. While I was reading a lot of them where they would write this about Biden, this about Kamala Harris, everybody, so there's fake news all over the place.
A point to end on is maybe with a message for your followers who are fondly known as the obedience. Those who have been following you from day one, still here, very active on social media. What message would you tell them as they've seen you through the election, they're watching you at the DNC, they're watching now? What message do you have for your followers who've been supporting you?
Well, I've always said it, that will remain as a family. I know at this time, there's so much temptation, there's so much effort to see that there's problem within us. There's so much of people trying to poach. There's one of them. But I'm committed and believed in our family charter. And we should remain as a family.
We saw you running today. You were exercising.
In the
gym.
What do you see?
We saw you. We have the other videographer went to the gym and he said, "This is him." Thank you, sir. So the women, come closer. Daddy, slow down. You know you're fast.